Hello and welcome to this video for SAM Project's Word1 project. Log into the SAM website, go to the activity list and find the Word1 activity. You're allowed 5 attempts. This is our first attempt on this activity. The projects are completed in a 1, 2, 3 process. Download the instruction file, download the start file and support files, and then upload your file for a grade using step 3. So first, let's get the instructions. So I click on download instructions, and what happens depends on your browser. My browser opens up dialog box for me, and we'll save it on the desktop. Yours may automatically open it for you, may automatically save it into the downloads folder. You don't want to open the file, you want to save it on your machine and then open the file up. That way it's not directly tied to your browser and linked there. When you first open up, you get the yellow protected view. You can enable that because we trust the source. And there's some bookkeeping that we do at the very start here, which tells us that we're going to download our customized start file, which is going to have your name _1, and we're going to rename it as your name _2. Do not type the .docx. If it's not showing up on your machine, it's there and it's hidden. We're also going to get the support file. We'll download that when we get to the step in the project. And last thing to do a quick check is to make sure that the footer has your name, that your name appears on the footer of the customized start file. So let's do that bookkeeping real quick. Let's go back here and get our customized start file. Mine's saved on the desktop, and then I open it from the desktop. And here's that file, enable editing. I'm going to get rid of the yellow protective view bar across the top by saying enabled editing. And here's my start file, and it's my name _1, big red _1. And I want to change this to be _2. A couple ways to do this. One is to do a file save as. Save as allows you to change the name or the location, or you can edit it from your the operating system itself just by clicking on the file and renaming it that way. But I'm doing it this way. I'm changing it. The only thing I'm changing is the 1 to a 2, paying attention to where it's saved. Mine's on the desktop, so I know where to get it later. So with the file, I see at the top that it's student name _2, and I scroll down to the footer, and it says this file created specifically for, and that should be your name there. So we've done the bookkeeping. We're ready to complete this project. Now in this project, I can scroll down to the bottom and see what we're doing. We're going to be creating this flyer that we see at the end of our document. So we're going to use Word to create a flyer. Let's step through these project steps and do that. You are helping to coordinate an audition for a local community theater, and you're creating a flyer for the event. Begin by changing the document theme color to green. So going back to the document, we're going to change not the entire themes, but the theme color. So in the design tab of the ribbon, there's the themes over here, but on the right, there's the theme colors and the theme fonts. We want to change just the theme colors to be green themed colors. And there's the green option. And what happens now in our colors list, they all have these. This is the green theme color that we've changed. But the theme itself is still whatever it was before. The theme itself is, actually it's a custom theme now because we got custom colors. But make sure you change the colors, not the theme itself. There is no green option here. You want to use the green option here, which we just did. Make the picture of the umbrella more eye-catching as follows. Resize the picture to be 2.1 inches tall. Apply a compound frame black picture style and apply a green 5-point glow accent color 1 glow effect. So the picture of the umbrellas, make it 2.1 inches tall. So select the picture, the format tools, the picture tools format tab appears, and I'm going to change the height to be 2.1, I think it said. Yes, 2.1. Apply a compound frame black picture style. So with the picture selected in the format tab, there's picture styles, and the compound frame black is one of these here. Compound frame black is this one. You get, again, you'll get the move the cursor over it, and it'll give you a pop-up hint to tell you what that is. And we want to do a glow picture effect to be the green 5-point accent color 1. So picture effects with the picture selected, picture effects, glow, green 5-point, green 5-point, accent color 1. Green 5-point, accent color 1. Okay. Step 3. Your flyer will be used to invite community members to audition for a musical. Draw attention to the flyer's headline paragraph auditions as follows. Change the spacing before to 12-point, change the spacing after to 18-point, change the case to uppercase, change the font size to 36, and then center it. So paragraph before and after 12, 18, and uppercase. Let's do that first. So here's auditions. We're going to do the paragraph before and after to be 12 and 18. We do that by selecting the paragraph. And you can select a couple ways. You can single click, double click, and triple click would give you an entire paragraph. So single click, double click is actors, and triple click would be the entire paragraph. So I can select the paragraph this way, or you can just select in the left-hand margin. It'll select entire lines for you this way. Make sure you get the entire paragraph selected. And then in the paragraph group, including these little spaces after, that's the thing. Sometimes it's picky about the grading, so let's make sure you get the entire thing selected. In the paragraphs group, we want the before to be 12-point, and we want the after to be 18-point. We also want, oops, I can't do that while this window's open. Okay. We also want have it uppercase and 36-point. So we want the case to be uppercase. We do this in the Home tab in the font group. There's the font size change, and to the right of that, there's a list of changing case. I'll make it uppercase. And I also want to make it 36-point. And last, I want to center the paragraph. So in the paragraph group of the Home tab, there is an option to center. Okay. Step 4. Bold the date April 5th in the paragraph that begins Monday, April 2nd to emphasize that date. So here's the paragraph that begins Monday, April 2nd, and here it says April 5th. I want to highlight and then Home tab bold so that both dates are highlighted for emphasis. Add the phrase as follows to the paragraph that begins actors, singers, and dancers, ... so that the whole paragraph reads, actors, singers, and dancers, please prepare for the audition as follows. So actors, singers, and dancers, please prepare for the audition, and we add as follows. Step 6. Create a bulleted list beginning with the paragraph adult singers, ... music with you, and ending with the paragraph youth singers at the audition. We're going to make that a bulleted list. So adult singers, music with you, to youth singers at the audition. And we're going to make this a bulleted list. So select those paragraphs. And then in the Home tab, in the paragraph groups, there's this first option here, which is a bulleted list. I'm just going to click the default. If I do the down arrow, I can make some more, but I'm going to click the default bulleted list. Emphasize the bulleted list as follows. Change the font of the text in the bullets so that it's Cambria, and change the font color of the text in the bulleted list to be green accent 1, darker 25, 5th column, 5th row in the theme colors. So highlight the bulleted list. Font is Cambria, or change the font to Cambria. And change the font color, which is right here, to be 5th column, 5th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th column, 5th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, green accent 1, darker 25%. Green accent 1, darker 25%. Step 8, italicize the text. Tap dancing is encouraged, of course, in the paragraph beginning adult dancers. So the paragraph beginning adult dancers, here's the paragraph beginning adult dancers. Tap dancing is encouraged. So they said to italicize that. Delete the sentence accompanist provided in the same paragraph. So here it says accompanist provided, and I'm going to select that and delete that. Apply outline text effect lime accent 3, the 7th column, first row, in the theme colors palette to the web address, blah, 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 and the phone number, blah, blah, blah. So let's find the web address and the phone number and apply an outline text effect of 7th column, first row, lime accent 3. So here's this. So an outline text effect. And I'm not getting the period there. It might or might not mark that wrong if I have the period, but I'm getting just the web address. And I'm wanting to do the outline text effect. So in the home group, go under the font home tab, the font group, and this is the location of the text effects and typography. And if I click the down arrow to get more, I can see the outline shadow reflection. From the outline group, I want to select this one here. Oops, this one here, lime accent 3. And do the same thing for the phone number. So get the phone number, get the text effect, outline, and go to the 7th option there, which is lime. Cursor should tell us lime accent 3. Okay, lime accent 3. Step 11 says apply the paragraph shading lime accent 2 lighter 60, 6th column, 3rd row, to the entire paragraph beginning production information. So we're doing a paragraph shading for the paragraph production information. So production information is right here, and we're doing paragraph shading. Now paragraph shading is in the home group in the paragraphs tab. It has its own paint bucket thingy here, which is our paragraph shading. And the thing that's nice about this, 6, 3 down, I think this is what we had, lime accent 2 lighter 60%. Let me confirm if that's what it was. Lime accent 2 lighter 60%, yes. So paragraph shading, lime accent 2 lighter 60%. And notice that it doesn't highlight the text, but it highlights from left margin to right margin. It highlights the entire paragraph, which is a nice balanced look. Insert a picture as follows. So in the blank line after the paragraph production information, insert the file rain from the support files, download from the website, and then resize the picture so it's 1 inch tall. So to get this support file, be sure to save it to your local machine first and then insert it into your Word document. So let's go back to the website. We'll get the support file, and I'm going to make sure that I save it to my local machine. If you have the option of saving or opening, make sure you choose save. Know where you're saving it. I'm saving mine on my desktop, and there it's saved. Now I can go back to my Word document, and at the paragraph below production information, make sure that was the right paragraph. Yeah. After the paragraph production information. So after the paragraph production information, insert a picture and then browse to desktop. And there's the picture from the desktop. Resize the picture so it's 1 inch tall. So with the picture selected, under the picture tools format, change the height to be only 1 inch. And I can type that in manually, or I can change it by clicking on the arrows as I did. Apply center vertical alignment to the entire page. Now what we're wanting to do here, and this picture, I'm going to zoom this down a little bit. I want this entire page to be centered on the sheet. And it already kind of is. There's not a lot of white space in this case, but if I had only a third or a quarter or 3/4 of this page filled with text, this step that we're getting ready to do, applying a center vertical alignment, would be even more useful. So on the document, go to the Layout tab, and there's Page Setup Group, and in the Page Setup Group, do the More option. And you got Margins, Paper, and Layout. So in the Layout group, we want to say the page vertical alignment to be center, and we want to apply this to the whole document. And it made just small change in this document, but if you had more or less text, the centering would have a bigger effect. Oops. There we go. Apply center vertical alignment to the entire page. And 14, finish the flyer by adding a page border as follows. Select the page border style of your choosing. Now the one they're using on the screenshot at the bottom of this document is the fourth option in the border style, that little dashed line. But you can use any border style you want, but you have to make the border width 4 1/4 and the border color style to be turquoise, accent 6, darker 25%, 10th column, 5th row. So let's do a page border. So here's our document, and we want to do a page border here. We're going to do this by, where's our page borders at? So under the Layout tab again, where we just were, the Page Setup More option, there is, this is where we just did our center our page vertically. We can now also do borders. If we want to specify our borders, we can choose, now they use the 4th border here. You can use any one you want, but you do have to specify 2 1/4 as the style, and you want to change the color to be, what was the color they chose? Oops, I can't do this while this window's open. I'm going to close that now so I can go back. I can't switch between documents when I have a dialog box open. Turquoise, accent 6, darker 25% for the border color. So let's go back here and let's take this border. It remembers our border choice and our border option there, but I want to do the color for this border to be turquoise, accent 6, darker 50. Turquoise, accent 6, darker 25. Turquoise, accent 6, darker 25. Right, so the one I have selected is darker 25. Okay. And zoom out a little bit so I can see it. And what I have should look like, oh, I'm not done yet. I guess it is. I saw that singing, and I thought that was a typo, but it's not. That's supposed to be there, singing in the rain. Okay, so that was our last step. So does my document look like this document? They do. They look very alike. So I think I'm in good shape. Let's go ahead and go back to our instructions. Save your work, close Word, and submit it. So I'm back to my file that has created for student. I'm going to save this work. I know it has my name _2. Close it. Go back to the web browser, to the SAM site. On the desktop, I have my work saved. There it is, student name _2. Submit that. Hopefully get the 3 green check marks. And then go to the report and see how we did. Go to the report, find the Word project. It will give us a file where they've added some report at the beginning. So if we scroll past the report, you can see your document. If you have any things marked wrong, you can scroll past the report and see where they're wrong at the bottom. But in this case, we don't have any red X's. We got 100 out of 100.